what are all the... I mean, I know what the pedals are, but... Oh, you have... Oh, okay, so there's a separate volume for each one?
Yeah, each division has its own separate volume control. So those control the shutters on the front of the case. So they either smother the sound or open up to let the sound out, which makes it louder.
Okay, I just noticed that in the very end up there. So we're talking about the... Yeah, so those cases right up there, you can open and close. Oh, I see.
Yes, that's open and you can gradually close them, and that makes it quiet. And there are different sections. So that whole thing that you can see is a string section.
That was right there?
Yeah, so that's the entire fourth floor of the organ. So that one.
Let's see that again here.
Yeah, so
it looked as if at times that it was playing parts of it by itself. Was there anything programmed?
No.
No? Okay, it was all done manually?
Yeah, and then there are presets here, so you can change the sound as you're playing by pushing buttons. But there's nothing automatic.
Did you come in? I noticed you had a little bit of a period before you started. Were you changing settings or the presets?
Yeah, I was trying to remember what I have on the buttons. So
right.
So it's especially with one keyboard out temporarily and everything else is playing in a different spot than usual. I was trying to remember what I have programmed.
With one keyboard out?
Yeah, this one. There's usually another keyboard here, but it's being restored, so that one is out for restoration, and then. What normally plays here is playing here, and then so every keyboard is shifted up because this one's out temporarily.
I see.
And then the buttons are reassigned as well, so it makes it a little bit more confusing because things are not where they normally are.
How long have you played this organ?
I've been assistant here for I don't know, maybe 6 years.
6 years.
Something like that.
You're the assistant?
One of the assistants. Yeah.
How many people play?
I'm not sure. There's Peter Richard Conti is the grand court organist, and then there's probably at least 6 of us who help out.
Can you tell me a brief history of how this got here?
Yeah, it's fully explained on the website. So if you go to the website.
Okay, I will.
Briefly, it started at the St. Louis World's Fair in 1908. And then John Wanamaker bought it and shipped it here, and it was installed for the store opening. And then over the next few decades, they expanded it. So it reached its essentially current size by the end of the 1920s. It hasn't been added to much at all since then, except for at the centennial in 2008, we added a trumpet, which is way up in the top corner of the grand court.
I noticed.
So that's an unenclosed trumpet. It's actually an older rank of pipes that they got from another organ that actually blends very well with this organ. So it's way up there in the 7th floor.
Okay. I couldn't see it from... I saw it from the other...
But other than that, very little has been changed from the late 1920s on.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I didn't even... Your name?
Jeremy Flood.
Jeremy Flood. Thank you, Jeremy.
Sure.
And what's on the far side? I heard these a couple of times. What would you call at the very top on the...
Those are French ones. Those are over there. The Echo division, which is the yellow stops, right? So those are just fake pipes, or facade pipes. So the real pipes is another 2,500 real pipes. So that's these yellow sounds. There's another set of pipes up on the 7th floor, which are some of the louder trumpets and flutes and things. There's other clarinets, trumpets and different things. So the organist spread out all over the store, basically.
Yeah.
So mostly on this side, and then that one gallery. Well, so I had no lessons here today, but it's similar to lessons down there usually. But you can also you can play different sounds up there. So you can have all different things. You can even set it so that your left foot plays one sound and your right foot plays a different sound. You can divide it.
That's what it was. You played that with your feet.
I
the
did
trumpet.
play it. Well, something I was doing.
There was, yeah.
In Danny Boy, the first verse was played on the feet, the melody.
That's what I didn't see you moving your hand. It
maybe
looked like your left hand was sitting on the.
Yeah, and then the Bach had a pedal bit that was just the Bach, just the pedals. So yeah.
Okay.
So every time they've tried to count, they lose count apparently, but it's something on the order of 28,600 pipes. It's just not sure how to change the volume. It's playing back there, but you can't really.
So is it all electric?
Well, it's electric action, but there's no electronic sounds. It's all real
No.
pipes.
But yeah.
But yeah, it's electric.
I guess it would be quite a lot to
There's
have.
miles
Like,
of wires connected. Another. That's the harp stop. That's also metal bars. Various other gadgets of how to play it. Sometimes there's a choir or brass ensemble orchestra up in the gallery. So there's a monitor here, so if there's a conductor over there,
so you can see the conductor.
the organist can